and welcome. Welcome at the part 2 of the live streaming of a full hybrid workflow. And I have to do a couple of things to really have to go live because you know how it works. Also live on TikTok right now, so I have to check if TikTok works. So sorry for the inconvenience, guys. What can I say? Yep, it's great. Let me check if TikTok can go live. Yeah, let me check. Almost there. There's no photography option. All right, then I'll just learn. Go live. Allow. And we're live. Now we're fully live, and let me go on a full screen mode because so for the people watching, I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok. So TikTokers will just see one screen, like a split screen, and YouTubers will watch me on a full screen mode, and we will switch between different modes like these. You can see if you're on TikTok and you're like, I want to check this out, go to my YouTube channel. There you can find a full breakdown and a big screen view of how I edit a full hybrid wedding. And with a full hybrid wedding, I mean a wedding where I shot photo and video, and how I edit the photos, how I color the photos, how I edit the video. So this is part 2. On TikTok, this is the first time that I'm live streaming, but I actually did a part 1. It's already on my YouTube channel. So if you're curious about part 1, be sure to check it out. I will do my live streams per program. So I'm not going to switch between programs because it becomes way more, becomes too difficult. So what we did in the first stream was very simple. We did a photo culling, and photo culling is very simple, but a lot of photographers make it too difficult, and I don't want to make it too difficult because it isn't difficult. You just have to know how to do it. In case you don't know me, you probably don't know me because there's so many people in the world. I'm Roy. I've been a hybrid photographer for 18 years. I've been a photographer for a little bit more than 20 years. Yeah, I'm old, as you can see. But I know my shit. I know everything about photo and video and how to combine those two. And I know how to be fast with editing and have a very great outcome of your photos. And today we going to edit the photos in Lightroom. And what you will see is that how I edit photos is way more different than you're used to seeing it. That's mainly because I do pro color grading. So I also color grade for other people. And I know all the tricks to get great photos without ending up in an endless color grading issue because you don't know how to fix stuff and don't know how to correct your colors, get color casts and all that bullshit. It's actually very simple, but people make it very difficult. So I will share my screen with you guys. And for the people on TikTok, they already can see my screen, but for the people not on TikTok, my screen. This is my Lightroom catalog. And all my Lightroom catalogs are divided in sections. So I will never have a Lightroom catalog with all my photos in it. I have only photos of that specific subject. So in this case, all my hybrid weddings will be in one catalog. So this year I shot these weddings. And I keep it to this catalog. If I do another project, I will create a different catalog so the catalog stays fast. That's one thing. Keep your catalog fast. Don't throw in all your photos. Use a program like Photo Mechanic to select your photos, then drop it in. It will work way, way faster. So this morning we did a Photo Mechanic photo culling session, culling all the photos of this wedding. And now we're going to start on Lightroom importing the photos. So how do we do that? Well, this folder right here is a dummy folder. And this dummy folder is not because I'm dumb. No, there's a folder that contains all the sections of a wedding that I wanted to contain. And what I do with this folder, I just copy and paste it so I have an instant folder structure for my wedding. Because every time I have to create a folder, it takes too much time. So I'll duplicate my folder set. Sorry. Rename. And the only thing I do is, do it like this. Give the folder the name of the wedding couple. Desiree. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. And Jack. That's it. Now a folder structure for Desiree and Jack. They didn't have any party, so. Oh, sorry. What is he doing? Sorry, that's my bad. I renamed the wrong folder. Let's go away. I need to rename this one. Second try. The right folder structure. Jeez, come on, man. Somehow I always write Jack without a capital, I guess. I'm a dyslexic, that's why I always write wrong. I have a folder structure. I will remove the party folder because they didn't have any party, so easy peasy. And what I will do right now is import my where's my folder? Import the photos into into Lightroom. I just drag my folder from the other screen, and then instantly you got the getting ready photos. I will choose my folder structure. In this case, it's Desiree and Jack, getting ready photos. I will add my metadata, and I choose my editorial one, basic, of my presets. And this is a very basic preset. Always start with basic presets. Never throw looks on your presets when you import. It's the worst thing you can do because it takes too much time to edit. And I will import it. Now it starts importing the files into my Lightroom catalog. And I do that per folder. So, do it again. The shoot. Sorry, the first look. First look, and it's not a real first look. If you saw part 1, you know why this isn't a real first look. But I dropped the photos in here because I need the space for the photos. Import them. Yes. Import the next folder. Shoot. Import. Add the collection. Shoot. Import. See, that goes really fast. I work from a server, from an external server, because I just like, I don't want my drive to be full of photos. And externally, everything is backed. Because we want backups, everything has to be backup. If you don't use backups, shame on you. Ceremony, yes. Import ceremony, please. Delete that folder. Friends and family. And by working in a structured manner, you will gain a lot of time. Import family and friends. Because I see too many people not importing or like throwing everything, all the photos in, not renaming the photo, just making a mess of it. And if it's a mess, it takes longer to edit. And even for a guy with ADHD, I'm pretty organized. Afternoon, yep. So this is a very small, tiny wedding. Normally I shoot quite big, huge venues in other countries, destinations. But this wedding was a very like a small, tiny one. I like these kind of weddings because it's imported. Because it's way more simpler. It's just close to home. I know the light, I know the setting. And the last folder is details. So this wedding I was a photographer and a videographer, so I always start with the photos first and then the video, because photos is to remind me of all the shots I took, so when I will edit the video I know everything what I've done. Makes the editing of video just way easier. Import, and that's the last folder imported. Let me take a little sip. If you're watching on TikTok, buongiorno, guten tag, hello. And I don't know any Japanese, so I know Japanese, but not hello. Oh, konnichiwa. Is that Japanese? Oh, yeah. Right. So every photo now is in my folder structure on Lightroom Classic. And if you ask me, what do you prefer, Lightroom or Lightroom Classic? It's not even a question. When you're pro, you go Classic. When you're old, you go Classic. No, I'm just joking. Yes, check. Oh, let me check here if the live stream still works, because I had some problems earlier today. Yeah, it works. Great. Okido. Throw this away. Here. So I have to do some stuff. Editing of the photos. So my folder structure is right here. So the folder contains 766 photos in total. That we have to edit. And this is my folder structure, and I always start with the first folder. And I already put my basic edit on it, and my photo selection, you will see I have a lot of photos. I explained that in the first video. The way I select photos is way different from, it's my way of selecting. I select photos that I like as a photographer, also like more behind the scenes photos that more like realistic, just what is happening at that moment. Those are not the pretty photos, but those photos tell stories that's important for the wedding couple, because it's not about me, it's about them getting a story of their wedding. And yeah, the things for me, the photos for me are in between those, because I'm not working for myself, I'm working for them. I'm telling them their story. So that's why I'm showing a real wedding. Look, I can show you all kind of weddings with the models and that kind of stuff, but I like a real wedding, a real situation, real light, backlight, and so on. What you see right here is a getting ready stuff, and I have to put my mic away because that freaking thing is annoying sometimes, like this. So it works for you guys. What I use for editing is this. Show it like this. This is a loop deck, and a loop deck is a device that has the buttons of Lightroom Classic physical. So I have a physical button. If I turn this exposure button, you'll see a exposure down, exposure up. Press it, neutralizes it. I can do the same with clarity, a lot of clarity. I could like contrast, like really messed up photos. Highlight, you can see I can do all kind of stuff with these photos. And I can reset it by pressing them. I can even go color grading in here, but I normally do it differently. I've got to rotate, I can rotate photos like this very easily. Good stuff, guys. And there's even an undo button here. Undo. So this makes your workflow way more faster. And I got this loop deck right here. There's a digital version. You can see it right here. And this loop deck is programmed for certain buttons I use. But I got some presets set up in this device, so like black and white presets. If I press this button, I get instant black and white. This one is another black and white version. I can copy, I can paste. So these two things I use a lot. Same with my normal keyboard. I have to undo everything because this is the basic photo, and this already has a basic look. This original look. This is the edited look. There's almost no difference. And why? Why would isn't there a lot of difference? Well, I shoot with a Canon, and Canon is known for a lot of things, but you can't argue about Canon's color science. They have arguably the best color science of all the cameras. They're not neutral, but they have a very warm tone to it, which makes the look of the camera instantly look great. If I grab a Sony camera, I have to do more to get it better. It's not that the Sony camera is not right. I mean, if I would be a videographer only, I probably shoot Sony. But since I also shoot photos and more photos than video, I will use Canon. They have just a very good color science, and that's also the reason why I work in Lightroom Classic. If I would edit photos of another camera, I can adjust that color science in Lightroom Classic in a way that I can't do it with Lightroom normally. So this is the photo, and it's very simple. This photo is okay. I'm not going to do a lot about on this photo because it's just a behind the scenes photo. The only thing that I often do is manage my mic a little bit because it's in my way. Maybe like this. One sec, let me fix this because it's so annoying, this mic stand. Buy another one. I want to make a copy of it, a virtual copy. So I have a button for a virtual copy, and I want a black and white version of this photo. And then I just go through all the photos, check out if I like the photo. Sometimes I will crop the photo like this. I could crop this photo because the cropping isn't right. I can crop the photo. like this, make it more interesting, maybe light it up. So I have a lot of photos of the makeup artist because I know her, and I will always want to make some extra photos of her working on a job. So I don't know why I selected so much of these photos, but somehow I did. This is also a candidate for a black and white photo. Make it black and white, instantly have a great black and white photo. And it already looks good because I have a preset built of a black and white. So before we continue, I want to show you something, and that's my preset. So normally when you add a preset on a photo, what people do is, and I'll show you, let me grab this. They have a photo and they buy a preset. You buy my preset, for instance, and you throw on a preset. So this is a preset. And let's grab a other example. Let's grab a photo of the shoot, because this is not a great example. Let's go to the shoot. Let me check. So we have a great light condition. So something like this. Maybe here. Let me check a great shot to show you guys what most photographers do. Where is a shot? Why didn't you see? Check which one I want to use. Yeah, maybe this one. Let's grab this one. Isn't sharp. Crap. Okay, this one. Straighten up photo. So normally what people do, and I will remove my they throw on a look of a photo. That's what we call the look, but most people call it a preset, and they use a preset. Well, this is my preset. Change the white balance, and they have a photo edited. Or edit, they will adjust the photo, but that's what most people do. They throw on a preset and that's it. Well, actually, a preset is just a set of settings that you put on a photo. It has nothing to do with color grading. It could be color grading, but it isn't color grading per se. It's just an adjustment of the photo. So when people buy my presets, of course I say buy my presets, they think that they want to buy a look. But a preset is way more than a look. So let's delete this. If you look at my my preset I use myself is a series of presets. So this is my basic edit right here. And the basic edit is, I have to first delete this. This is the photo as it's been shot. There's no adjustment to it. When I add my basic edit, my basic, as you can see, put it on here. This is my basic edit. I think the colors of the photo, everything just looks great. They pop out of the photo. Everything is great. Now I can say, well, I want to make it a little bit more like a cinematic or more like a real cool photo of a shoot. I could say, well, I want them to maybe pop out. So press subject pop out. So make sure that they pop out from the background, as you can see. If you took the original photo and this, they pop way more out. With the presets, I can choose here what kind of style I want. Contrast style, because mainly it's contrast and white balance. Why doesn't it change? I can say I want a high contrast version. And with masks, I can say I want the subject to pop. I want the skin to have a little retouch. And with retouch is just a very small retouch. It's almost not visible. There is a retouch, but it's already a 3200 ISO, so you won't see a lot of retouch. But the subject pop makes them pop. You can see right here. It already puts on all kind of mask only by pressing these buttons. I didn't create the mask manually. I already made them once before, and just automatically he finds the things he has to mask. And I can change it, of course. Now I can say I want to add a look. Well, let's go for a very heavy look. You'll see it looks like crap because the white balance isn't okay. So you can easily white balance by pressing her dress and get a white balance and get like a certain look. In this case, the subject pop is way too much. I don't like the subject pop, so because light is already great. So I can turn off the subject pop, this, even the skin retouch, because I don't need the pop. And I can add in a look. And now I've created a photo with a certain look. I can grab another look, like this look. And again, I have to white balance it because it's based on other white balance. So you get more like the Fuji color, the analog feel of the photo. I can grab this look, analog look again. The white balance it out. These are just looks, masks, and contrast presets. That's what it is. Those three make one photo. And the great thing is, I didn't touch any color grading right here. I've already done that. I've made all my color grading and I just have to balance out my white balance the way I want it to be balanced. So remember, presets aren't looks, but looks could be a preset. Let's get back to the beginning of the editing. And everybody, thank you for watching. Sorry, I have a little bit of a sore throat. And sorry for the people who are watching YouTube. My chat doesn't work. I don't know why, but sorry. So we get back to the photos. So because I want the basic edit to be on here and I don't want any look on it. Let's reset this photo like this. So some photos I shot well because I want them to be black and white. So this photo needs to be a black and white photo. I already knew that when I was selecting this photo. This photo. So when women are in makeup and hair, I normally don't really take photos of their faces because in my experience they don't really want photos of their faces when they are in full makeup, which is understandable. So I will make more kind of like creative photos, like creative angles. Maybe some close-ups if I think, oh, this is a great view. This is what I like. So in this case, I could say, oh, I want the subject to pop a little bit more. I'll show you why, because the background is quite bright. The subject pop should recognize her face. And when I do the subject pop, you instantly see the background changing. You see right here. So now I can dim down contrast. Now our face becomes way more clear. And even can say a little more vibrance, but I don't think, yeah, it doesn't need that. So, all right. And if I like this photo, I can say, well, I give it a 2-star rating, and 2-star rating means that I will send the photo to the couple, and I like the photo either the same as the couple. And in this photo, I knew that it would be a black and white photo. I'll always send the couple the color version and the black and white photo for the simple case. If I send black and white photos only and I'm going to get an email, could you send me the color version? And I'm like, I'm not going to even discuss that. Like, no, it's my creative freedom to do this. I'm like, just send them the color photo and you're done. It just saves me time instead of the hassle of telling them, no, I'm creative. I don't want to send your color. Yeah. And most people don't like, photographers like black and white. And most clients are not black and white fans, sorry. Some of them, most not. This is a commercial way of thinking. So this photo, I've copied the mask and instantly put it on this one. Just paste it because I already know what the settings are for the previous photo. Create a copy, make a black and white version. So these photos, when I do makeup photos, I try to make photos that work for the makeup artist, but also work for the bride. So in this case, it's only one eye, and she has this beautiful eye. So there's no problem in showing her without all the makeup. There's already a little bit of makeup, but I think she can handle that. I mean, nothing to shame for. Beautiful woman. You see that when when I do the background pop, it just instantly pulls her out of the photo, and that's what I want. I just want her to be drawn towards the photo. So the most part of color grading is actually just playing with light and dark spaces in the photo. There's photos of her, yeah, a lot of photos of her. I'll send them to her. So I unexpose most of my photos because unexposure works better. Also very important, when you're shooting photos, you will see a lot of mess in the background because a lot of wedding venues, people drop stuff in the background. How can you fix this? Go black and white. If you want the mess not to be, because you could do like a AI fill thing, but yeah, I don't like AI filling if I don't need to fill. This way you make it black and white, and yeah, we get drawn to them and not to other things in the photo. Wedding ceremony, master ceremony. Again, in this photo, if I do a subject pop like this, continue. We'll do that. Did it do it? Did it do it? Yep. So subject pop on it. I like this. She has a very bright look to her. Like this. I like shooting people with like light eyes because it's just easier to focus on their eyes. Even though I have brown, dark green eyes. Again, subject pop. You'll get this error because Lightroom did an update, which is freaking annoying. It's not my problem, it's Lightroom problem. Oh, we love Adobe. I like Lightroom. Again. So close. Up. Yep. Yep. So sometimes when you have a photo like this, women, like the double chin. We men have double chins, like you have the two, but we have a beard, so you don't see our double chins. That's working, even though you're, yeah, everybody has it because it's the extra skin to move your head up. So, but women, it's a thing, they don't want to see it. So you could like grab a like an eraser tool and just a little bit, a touch of it. It's retouching, but you're helping a fellow human being out. So it takes a lot of time to process this little. I have a fast computer, but somehow this takes a lot of time. So, and when I remove it, it should. Let me grab my bamboo because it's easier to color with a bamboo. Then, in case you don't know what a bamboo is, this is a bamboo. You see it? Yeah, I like the small. I don't like the big ones. I don't like to overcompensate my bamboo. Yeah, screen. So my bamboo is, yeah, there it is. So, and by just removing this, it becomes better because he will see that. That's the first thing he'll see. That's how, I'm not saying women, but a lot of people work. So again, subject pop. And I'm now doing the slow version of my editing because normally I do I'm way faster. I'll do a black and white version of this. Black and white. So, sister. A little bit of awkwardness, because who doesn't like a little bit of awkwardness? In the beginning of a wedding, I always start shoot photos of everyone, just make a little bit of context, like get to know me. Look at this, how beautiful is this filter? So this is my black and white high contrast filter with a subject pop. And let me remind you, I didn't touch any, did you see me touch the right side of this screen? You didn't. And this photo looks awesome. Let's go full screen. This is just a banger of a photo. Yeah, I like it. And that's why I so the presets I have I've been a lot of time spending creating the perfect presets, and once you have them, you don't have to do a lot of work when you're editing. This is a photo that should be black and white. Yep, so I like it. Again, so her skin is a little bit reddish, so I could say I want to remove that reddish tone. You can do it in different ways. You can do it with a calibration tool. Remove that red tone right here like this. You can grab your color mixer. You can change the hue. So make the red go in a different color. Load it up. Like this. A little bit more towards our skin tone. Saturation a little bit less. So this way, that's the first time I'm touching my color panel. I don't use it a lot. And now I have a way more better color. If you go to the next photo, we'll see the red skin tone. Red is gone. Copy my settings. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, copy my settings. Paste. And I have that, don't have that red tone anymore. Again, remove the red. It's as simple as that, you know. People don't, it don't have to be difficult. You never, if you have red, just reduce the red. Yeah, like this one. So when you take a photo of like details, I like to take photos of details in the context of like on the body, because if I photograph this little heart-shaped necklace, it doesn't really work, and on her neck when she's touching it, it just works better in context of the photo, I guess. So yeah, this not really. It's the carpet. It's like the blue carpet. This is horrible. So the only way to really help these kind of photos is go black and white, because yeah, it's just blue carpet is beautiful, but not in my photos. I don't like blue carpet. So go in black and white again. I won't send color photos of these, because sometimes I don't send color photos because this is not beautiful. And why would you? Again, add my presets. Thank you. So photos. This photo I could like. So what I also could do, like if I think that the blue is too much, I could do a press M on keyboard to Lightroom. Throw in gradients like this. Make it darker. So you don't really see the blue, less blue, but still when you go black and white, it will work way better. Yep, this. So, oh, sorry, too fast. So in this photo, I will see myself right here, the little devil that I am. So being a very tall Dutch guy has disadvantages. I shoot a lot of weddings abroad, people from other countries. And let's just say they are not as tall as I am. So I have to squat a lot and have to make sure I don't see myself in mirrors and stuff. So then it's like these AI fills are great. So now I'm gone. Yep. But it seems, sorry, I'm not reacting to the chat because there's double chats going on right here. But hi guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I don't know where everyone's from, but let me know where you guys from, because I'm curious. Oh, this needs to be black and white. Yeah. So I like the crop of this photo. Yeah, crop. I always try to crop my photo in camera. I don't want to crop. I try to do everything in camera so I don't have to do it later on. Yeah, I want to delete this little power outlet right here. You don't want to see it. Yes. Let me check the chat a little real quick. Having first wedding video shoot ever, do you suggest to record DJ set? I have last shotgun, but didn't think about DJ. No, man, just ask. No, you can just ask the DJ to. DJ can actually. Sorry, someone asked about the video part. Just ask the DJ to record it if he or she wants to do it. So they can just easily record it on a USB. Just take a USB stick with you, and they can put it in their system, and they can record everything. It's very, very simple. But I wouldn't do it. I never record the DJ set because. Why the fuck would I do it, man? Like, I'm shooting a wedding video, not shooting a festival. So I wouldn't hurt myself. I would focus on the voices and you hear of what people say. That's what your lav mic is for, your shotgun mic. Oh, great. People from Taiwan. Hello, Taiwan. I don't speak any Taiwanese. I shoot nightclub photos. Any advice? Yeah. Take a lot of shots. These shots. Yeah, use a flash. You can shoot at a nightclub. Yeah, shoot a flash. F5.6. ISO 3200. Second curtain of your flash, and you have banger photos. Use high ISOs. That's the trick. And you shutter speed around 1/60, 1/80, or 1 lower if you want a lot of drag. Direct flash. Name any place to shoot a photo. I don't know which settings you have to use. Don't really have to think about it. After 20 years, I know every setting of every camera. I don't even have to look at the camera to know what settings. Or if I'm in a situation, a light situation, I exactly know what I need to do to get the right light. And I'm not autistic. Well, maybe a little bit. No offense to autistic people, but they have skills, you know, like real skills. All right, again, look at her face. So a great thing, I've got a filter here, and it's called Iris Skin Retouch. I'm gonna press it. I have a little bit of glow on the skin and a little bit of eye. Go back, before, after, a little bit. It's all about small changes. And again, her skin is a little bit red. So what we do, color grading, color mixer. Grab the hue, throw a little bit up so the red becomes a little bit more or less red. Like this. It's too much again. Little less red, like this. Yep. And that's way better. Copy it. Oh. Copy everything. Make it in black and white. Yeah, it needs to be in black and white. But this one. Yeah, like no, that's the wrong one. Crap. This one. Yay! Again, it's the same effect in this photo. This is an unsharp photo, but still like the vibe of the photo. Maybe not. No, I don't like the vibe. I don't like the photo. Yep. This one is black and white photo. A little bit towards here. Yeah, this. Throw it up a little bit. Get ready shots. Again, it's black and white. Yep, she's watching. The skin pop-up. So if you're thinking he does a skin pop-up, he doesn't use his mouse because I already copied the settings of the previous photo. This room is quite problematic if it comes down to light. Even though I turned off the light in the ceiling, it's still a great room. I don't know what's doing this photo. Yeah, there's someone on the door. In a live stream, people, let me check. We're gonna yeah, we're not gonna take this one. Someone selling there's maybe someone's trying to sell gods to me. That's what happens. They come to your door like they want to spread the word of God. Happens every time. Probably they know that I shoot sometimes religious weddings, but I'm not religious, but they try to sell it to me. Like this. It's fine when you're religious, but don't sell it on my door. Yes, again. For people just tuning in, we're live editing a hybrid wedding. So we shot photo videos and we made parts of it because it comes a video of 8 hours. So that's pretty long. So part 1 is already on YouTube. Part 2 is happening right now. And what we do is stick someone on my gate. Part 2 is now we're editing the photos in Lightroom. Yes, like this. So this is a great example of a black and white photo. First gonna delete this thing here, because light buttons. Who needs them? Just remove. And check if the chat still works. Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. Like this. Now, this photo is... Oh, sorry. It's going to be a black and white version also. Yep, like this one. I need a subject pop. We need a subject pop, and we need to delete the... So your edit slows down when you gotta delete stuff. That just is horrible. Like these kind of things. Just slows down. And notice wedding venue, so there's no escaping this button, because just it is this wedding venue. This, yep. Make a black white version of it. Yes, he's really popping out. Again, what is wrong here? Yep, again, popping out. Jeez. I'm not home. Why do people do it twice when you're not... I can open the door right now. This... Oh, it's really cool. I like this one. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this. Subject pop. Oh. What did I do? I bumped the B instead of the V. Where was I? Yeah. Yes. Command V. So Command B does something. I don't know what it does, but not what I wanted. Like this. Remove. Yeah. Make it black white. So that person is finally going away, because there was a person standing on my gate, like pressing the doorbell. Hope it wasn't the emergency situation. No, it wasn't. Yeah, this is a great one. Yeah, so great, because she's a friend of mine, the makeup artist, so she will be happy with these kind of photos. Should have a black white version of this, I guess, because... Oh man, I just love black white photos. So for people watching, are you team black and white or are you team color? I'm gonna say it, I'm team black and white, because I just like contrast of things. I just like the world in black and white. It's so interesting. Not that I'm a black and white thinker, because there's a lot of between black and white, but it comes down to just photography. You have to work your imagination way more when you're using black and white, and that's what I love. I will answer some questions. Maybe right. I just put the mic, DJ mic on the DJ mic. I put the DJ mic in the DJ mic. Yeah. No, just ask the DJ to record his audio. He can do that. DJs can do that. Let me check the chat of the tiki-talkie. 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 Yeah. Like watching. So I'm curious where everyone on TikTok is from, because there's a lot of people here. I see Russian, I see Korean, Dutch. I'm curious where everyone is from. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're watching on TikTok, the screen I'm sharing, like the Lightroom screen, is quite tiny because yeah, it's a vertical screen. If you want to see the full screen, go to YouTube. I'm also always live on YouTube, and you can see full screen mode, which works way better. Man, I just really hate that light button because it's that like I have to edit it out every time. That stupid thing, you know, like here, jeez, takes up so much time. Yeah, buddy. Yep. Right. So it's gone. Again. Light button. Remove. So I'm a big fan when you're shooting just to hide stuff behind people. So I could hide that button behind her, but she couldn't go further back because there was something in the way. So we had to put her there in terms of the light conditions and stuff. Like this photo. Let me put on a filter or like a contrast filter. Better. So we don't need color grading if you have great contrasts. Yeah, like this. Great. We got him. Right. Next photo. I'm going to make this photo also black and white. Yes. Virtual copy. I have a fast button for virtual copy. Make it black and white and instantly have a big pop without doing any color grading again, guys. Straighten up. Contrast pop. Virtual, a little bit less contrast. Virtual copy. Black and white. Oh yeah. Again. So if I would work, okay, pressure fields, okay. If I would work alone, I would be even way faster in editing because now I have to like talk to you guys and do some editing. And I'm a man, you know, weak man can do two things at the same time. Only thing I can do at the same time is being photographer and a videographer. Somehow that works for me. Yep. All right. So got a face. I can use a skin retouch on this. Is a great example of the skin retouch. A little bit less. So if I press the skin retouch mask, we have a little bit of that, and that's perfect. Make a black and white version of it, and it will pop out. Her eyes will pop out. Yeah. Copy settings. Yes, pop. Tone down the lights. And again, these photos with the red skin. And now what I do is go back to the photos that also had that red skin, like here. Copy the settings and just paste them on those photos. That's the easiest way to do. Grab them all, paste settings, and I'm done. So now he's editing all the photos for me. Great stuff. Great stuff. The only thing now I have to do is like adjust the color, the brightness of the photo. Maybe do a black and white version of it. Yep, we can black and white photo. Yeah. Was this too bright? Too bright. Like this, because her eyes already are popping out. Yeah. We can black and white version of it. Beautiful. Again, not everything will be in black and white. Yep. Like this one, she's laughing. Again. And photos are done. Go to the first look. Well, the first look isn't the real first look. It was just some photos of him standing there because of the I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, the first look was only a video. We did the video only first look here, and the photo first look we did later on the day because of the bright sun. I have a filter that's called the sun filter. When I press this one, it makes everything a little bit softer. But in this case, I don't need it because I like how he's standing there. The only thing I will do is I do a subject pop, and he will just pop out of the photo like this. And I also have like a highlight fix here, a backlight fix. This one, or I can fix a backlight. So when I do that one, I can pull him a little bit down like this, and the background becomes a little bit softer. I'm not going to use that one here. So like this, and give some vibrance. No. And that's basically the only thing I need to do. Copy. And I just paste on every photo because every photo is in the same section. And the only thing I did here was just shoot some photos until the bride was there, because we were waiting for the bride. Replace. It's easy as that. And for everyone watching on TikTok, hello, hello. And for people watching on YouTube, people on YouTube are the more chatterbox. They have more to say. Of course. Someone's asking on YouTube, missed up until now as I am at work. We'll definitely catch up later. Thanks. Yeah, Clear Vista. Thanks for watching. This video will be up. You can watch it back. Also like the previous one. Check it out. If you're dropping in right now from the chat, we are doing a full breakdown of a hybrid wedding. So photo and video. And we're starting with the photos. We did the culling in the previous session. Now we're editing, and then we'll go on to the video editing part. And the video editing will be several parts of live streams, because we can't do it in one part. We can do, but I have to go to the gym and I have to do other stuff. I have a life, I have a kid. I also need some attention. So you see this, like this is the worst thing you can do, like cut his feet off right here. But I actually didn't cut his feet off right there, but my camera was in some kind of crop setting. No idea how it was placed in the crop setting, because I never would use a crop setting. So I have to crop the photos to make these photos work, as you can see. But it wasn't intentionally, but somehow something was messed up in my camera. Even though when you're a 20-year veteran photographer, things can go wrong with your camera. They won't notice because the photos are still fine, but it's just annoying that my camera was in a freaking crop mode. Like, why? Why was it cropping? And the thing is, when you're shooting, you don't know you're shooting crop until you see the photos. You're like, well, this looks a little bit not the best photo. He was just laughing. I was just making jokes, probably something about fart jokes or something. That's mostly what I do. It works for people. People are very uncomfortable. Just make a fart joke and they will laugh. Like, it works. Again, crop. Yeah, keep it there. Like this, like this. This is the right crop. We'll see. What am I doing? Yeah, good crop. Look at him standing there, pretty boy. Some black and whites on it. Okie dokie. I will select some photos for the previews. Let me check. Yes, tense. So, go to the next one, go to the shoot. The good stuff. So, shoot was actually a two-part thing. These photos were shot right after the first look. Couple of photos wasn't really the real shoot. I just wanted them to get used to me, not like just we had some time to spare, so I didn't want them to push them straight into a shoot, straight into like a how do you say it? Straight like in a posing session, because it doesn't work in the beginning of the day. Just but the shoot you will see in a sec is a shoot I shot late at night, because then they have drank something and everything will be way better. I'm actually gonna delete this photo because it looks like shit. Now I just thought them just grab each other, kiss each other, so I could grab some photos. And I could add a look on this photo, which maybe isn't a bad idea. Like these kind of photos, yeah. Could do that. Do I want it? Oh, it looks like horrible, this look. Yeah, I know, but now it looks great. This background fix, maybe. Let me check if it works. Check. No, we're not gonna do that, definitely not. Oh. So I'll make a color adjustment for them. Can add it on this one. Replace. So because all these photos are shot in the same location, I could say, well, I add all these editing stuff shizzle on these photos because they're basically all the same. Paste settings and do little adjustments. It's a cheat code. Don't get me wrong, these photos have editing in them because you see a lot of tone curving, you know, like highlights, shadow control. If a calibration tool has been used, yeah, you see. No, TikTok wants to look on my network. You don't have to look on my network. Like this. Boom chakalaka. Nice. So, editing all the photos. There should be a color grade on this photo. I know. Paste. Okay, JS, any help on why Lightroom is so extremely slow? Well, besides your computer, you have to have a fast computer. Most people check out on my YouTube a lot of live streams on Lightroom edits or like streams like this and start from the beginning, and you'll see why. The biggest problem is, besides having a fast computer, you need a fast computer, is they create big catalogs. You do not create big catalogs, because if you create a big catalog, you'll have a why doesn't it white balance my photo? Oh, if you have a big catalog, Lightroom will get slow because a lot of data on your hard drive has to look through a lot of data. Therefore, you use a program like Photo Mechanic. Part 1 is on YouTube. Posted this morning. And those kind of programs will make sure you don't have a problem with slow Lightrooms. And also, like, people editing too much shit on their photos, that makes your computer slow. I mean, I'm editing from a server. I'm not even editing from my computer myself. I'm editing from a server, from a NAS, through a network cable on my computer right now. And it's fine. Now, these photos, you don't have to pay attention to these photos. It's just some photos I shot to keep us busy, to make them. It's so annoying because I see all the cropping in the photo. Because I didn't do that cropping. When I shot the photo, there was no cropping. When I looked back to the photos, I'm like, crap, my photos are cropped. Why are my photos cropped? And then I discovered there was a setting. And luckily, it was only with this part of the shoot. After a couple of photos, it will be gone, and I'm not gonna spend too much time on these photos because yeah, they're just okay. Yeah, go on. So they had like a wedding car. And he wants some photos with his car, of course. Not my kind of style of photography. I don't like. I'm a big car guy, but I don't like cars in photos. You need they're too complex for photos sometimes, especially when a white car in the full sun. I mean, there was like real harsh sunlight, and maybe it's important to know I have a filter for that. It's the sun filter, and it will balance out the sun a little bit, but still. I made these photos for them because he wanted these kind of photos, but too much to post. A car, trees, like yeah, some people want it, and I always ask people if you want a photo of something, just ask, and I will make the photo. So now we're starting with the real shoot because the previous one wasn't really the shoot. Jay, your question. I hope I answered your question. Yeah, well, check it out. Yeah, check it out, man. Like you'll sure learn a lot from it because the biggest problem with Lightroom is just the amount of photos people import in Lightroom, and it makes it slow. And other programs like Photo Mechanic are just way, way, way better. Yes, photo. Now we can create looks. And forget me, there's the light, the white balance needs to be fine. So if I go for a look, I have to stick to that look for the whole shoot because I can't switch looks because it looks strange. So what I do, I make a copy of this photo and I will also incorporate this look. It was softer, more analog, and also make a photo with this look. Oh, this looks like shit. Yeah, I know. So, same photo, edited with 3 looks. See, like there's a more contrast. This very like a Fuji. If you shot analog, you know this look, this Fuji analog look. And you got this more like really color graded look. At least needs a little bit more color in their skin. That's why I use a calibration tool for. For instance, I can pull up a little bit skin color in their skin. You can see right here. You can do that with you do this with the Lightroom. The normal one is just sucks, I think. So I can copy this look, copy, and I can say let's try the other photos of the shoot. So just to see how it looks, well, how the look looks right here. Just grab a couple of photos. Again, white balance thing. Yeah, thank you, white balance, for working out. Yeah. Still the same setting, so we need different settings. So we'll look on it. Grab these photos, put a look on it. Open up the color. Of course, it needs a subject pop because there's no pop in it, but so you need a subject pop. I'm just checking out if I like the look for these photos, if I'm gonna go on with this look. And I always underexpose these kind of photos because it's a photo shot in against hard sunlight. Yeah, and I don't like the look of these photos. I like the look of the photos, but I think it's too harsh for them. So balance it out. Now just checking out if I want to go on with this. Yeah. So now let's check out the other looks. Sorry. Get the other photos. So delete this one. Grab this look. Copy the look. And basically I will do the same here. I will just grab a photo. Add on the look. Like better, I like the green better. Test it out. Copy. Papi papi. Again, put the look on. Another look. That highlights. Yeah, that wasn't the best dip in the world, but it was a dip. Yeah, as you can see, this is more interesting. This is going to be the look I'm going for these photos. That's the look I was already thinking of. And now that I have a look, I could do a couple of things. I could incorporate the look in every photo right now, and it would have this look. So, but maybe I want to adjust some things. So if I now choose, where are we? Delete. Say from here on up to here, I could add the look on every photo, but let's see what happens then. Just develop, paste. It'll take some time. I can react to the chat. So what Lightroom is doing right now is editing that look on all the photos, and you can see that by the you can see it on little like golden thing is loading, but it doesn't. You don't see it right now. Somewhere it just is doing it right now. So let it do its job. Questions? Yeah, we'll catch up. Great talk, man. Thanks for watching. So hi to the people on TikTok. Hello, buongiorno, guten Tag, goedemiddag. So much people watching. Yeah, sorry Jay, I didn't. What did you say? Works perfect well before the update with AI. Yeah, Jay, if you're still watching, what I noticed that since the AI updates, Lightroom is a little bit buggy. It crashes and it does strange things, and I get the same thing on live stream that this looks does strange things. And actually, I don't like all the AI stuff. For like the leading of things in the photo, it's fine, but for other stuff, it's just freaking annoying. So these photos are actually there's a story behind them. And when I start a shoot, I always start with a little story and ask them to really feel the moment, be in the moment. I'm not going to say the exact words of what I'm saying there. But what I'm trying to do is to really get them in the space of a photo shoot. And these photos will remind them of that moment we had. So let's be in close one. That's why these photos, I shot these photos. So there's more is this for them, this is storytelling, and this is like the most romantic toothpick moment ever incorporated in a shoot. And I've just found it really funny, so I was like, I'm gonna make photos of this. This photo I like, don't like the you're standing. I like this one. What I would change about this photo is like straighten it up and add an extra mask. When I press M on the keyboard, I can throw up a little gradient. Just make a little bit of a gradient from the bottom up. Oh, like this. Make it a little bit softer. Yep. Like this. I like the photos better where his eyes are closed. And why do I always rotate my camera during the photos? Other people also like shooting photos and like rotating their cameras. So this moment we really start the shoot, and I really want to. So the thing is, you have to like have someone in like a certain position, but you don't want to give too much directions because it feels very directed. So you have to like feel how far you can push it without starting to push it. I don't like it in black and white. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just trying to get them into the space Yep. A little more color like this. Yep. So black and white version. This. And maybe this should be a high contrast. Oh, high contrast photo. Oh wow, it looks beautiful. Really amazing. So high contrast, it just looks better. Same here, high contrast. Again, I just pressing. Jesus, I always press the wrong. So, again, I will. Yeah, better. Go on. That's too light, so I always have to make sure that I don't make photos too dark because they are. Yeah. So he was holding his eyes open, but I asked them to just close their eyes because I want closed eyes. I don't want open eyes because eyes open always feels a little bit awkward for people. Don't want it to be awkward for them. I like the move photos. Yeah, this one I like. Maybe his jacket is a little bit quirky, but yeah. I'm going to select them all because if I post something, I know what to post. Yeah, he's smiling. So this is like what I want. I want this to be in the zone. He's in the zone right now because he's feeling it. So he was already, you can see that she was like getting used to it, but he had to get used to it. Oh, he's full in the sun. Again here, what you see right here is the problem that the sky is too bright. So what we could add here is a filter, a sky filter. Just select the sky. So we can fix the exposure of the sky. Oh. Highlights. And also a little temperature. Oh, I don't like it. Yeah, like this. So this is some behind the scenes shot. A bit of orange in the white balance because it's golden hour, so it needs to be a golden hour in the photos. Masking. Oh, I don't need the masking. Yep. Castle straight. I think so. So I wanted to dip, but yeah, dipping is something you really have to know how to do. So I explained them how to dip, but yeah. You have to do it a couple of times to really. I don't like the centering of the photo. I don't like the angle of the photo. Again, they didn't practice their dips. I always say if you want to do dip photos, practice them because maybe if you're dancers, you know how to dip, but most people it's very hard to do. I've seen so many dips as a wedding photographer and rarely see one that I like as a photographer. But they did the best and they get A for trying. So a little bit of sun flare, so dehaze a little bit like this. So bring the temperature a little bit down, but looks very zoomed this photo somehow. Copy, paste. I'm not a fan of these photos. Nope. Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't like the. This doesn't work. I knew that when I was shooting that didn't work. Oh, like this. Yeah, nope. Nope. Photos, yep. This one I like better. If the sun is from the back, just like they were a little bit further from the castle, this looks way better on the on their skin. I like these kind of photos. I don't like that over posing kind of stuff. Yeah, of course, people sometimes pose, but I like to keep it a little bit more natural. Like, let her look in the camera, it's very natural feeling. Yep, like this. Yeah. You see the reflection of my filter in his face. What was I doing? Still dehaze, skin tone. Fix like it, like yeah, skin tone a little bit better. Close it up. How far can we take it? A little bit of crop. A little bit. That's too much crop. Do like this. Yeah, it's fine. Yep. There we go. Like this one. A little bit more color in here. Oh, too much crap. Got a question? Quick question. Let me check. Quick question. What do you say? Quick question. Why not use Adobe Camera Raw? It's basically Lightroom. No, it isn't Lightroom. It isn't the same. And I cannot do in Adobe Raw what I can do in Lightroom. I cannot use this one in Adobe Raw, for instance. And I can do the calibration like I can do it in Lightroom. Camera Raw is just a conversion, and the conversion I actually did with this basic preset. That's my raw conversion preset. And after that, I have to add masks. I have to add looks. I can do that with Adobe Raw. But it's a good question. It's a good question. But and camera, and actually you use Camera Raw. Every program you use, you need Camera Raw to use the photos in Lightroom, any Lightroom program. So you're already using Raw, and Raw is already incorporated in these programs. You're handling raw files. I want to make this black and white. And when you're editing wedding with so many photos, it just becomes, it doesn't work with only the Camera Raw. Yes, let's choose those. Oh, they look great. Oh, to the light. Why my light not changing? Light changing, yep, like this, yep. There were some test photos to shoot the other way, but geez, the lights. High contrast. Put in some color correction. Yep. So yes, can we subject pop maybe? Get them a little bit out of the, little bit of pop for them. Yep. Did a little bit down. Let's copy this. Paste. Paste. You see the difference in color when you shoot it another way. I put on the air conditioning, so I hope you guys don't hear it blowing, but I think the microphone shouldn't pick it up. Yeah, like this one. Needs to be cropped. Crop it. Let's grab one of these photos. Again, white balance, because you're standing in the shade. What else? A little bit more color. Again, a dip. Dip. Well, they really like their dips. This base settings, because they're the same settings. Yep. Horror this wedding lasts. Horror. I don't know what he's saying. It's like, can I buy some files? Because I have no idea what you're saying. Ronnie, what are you saying? Ronnie, speak to me. What are you saying? Because I have no idea what you're saying. You have to add in some more words to let me know what you're trying to say. All right. So these are like the in between behind the scenes shots, like the not shoot shots. So this is the first look. I can change anything. This first look. Yeah, great. Oh, look at this. Look at her flying from the stairs. So the first look was, in the end of the day, they already saw each other. They were married. But we decided to do the first look later on in photo because they wanted to do a first look in front of the castle. But during the day, this castle, the front of the castle's in sunlight, and believe me, a white castle in sunlight and a bride in white dress looks horrible. So that's why we did the first look in video in the other spot, and now we're doing a first look in photo in front of the castle. And they're just acting like, oh, didn't see you before. Wow, you look beautiful, honey. I didn't expect this dress. Well, meanwhile, he did. Yeah. Oh, almost cut off his feet. Yeah, a little light here. Yeah, great. Somehow I keep rotating my camera. I do this for 20 years. I'm rotating my camera when I'm taking photos, and always I think, oh, okay, maybe rotate less, but when I'm shooting, it keeps on rotating. Yeah. Oh yeah, you look beautiful, honey. Wow, yay. Oh, maybe I select some photos for them, but I forgot to select some photos for them. Yep. First look photos, it's very important. Like, where's that hand on it? Yes, that's the one. Okay, over here. Sorry, you trust your eyes more or histogram? Well, when I shoot video, I mainly watch my histogram. I got a live histogram when shooting video, but when I'm shooting photo, I almost never look at histogram. But that's more because after so many years, you don't really have to look, I guess, so that it becomes like a you get an eye for it, and I know what I want to see, and I know that my that my highlights are very low. What am I doing? I don't want this. But yeah, you should check your histogram. Sometimes I check my histogram, but for the most, I won't check my histogram. For these photos, I want them to pop out, so I'll press my pop out filter and get a little pop out and just highlight them. And the pop out is a little bit too harsh because we're standing in the direct sunlight. We want a long filter, a little less pop out because now it becomes like a just a little bit. Just a little bit. Can become too much. So yeah, use your histogram, but you have to remember that you also can trust your eyes, because it's also about what you see and not only what technical is there. I don't like the pop out in this photo, and I know these photos will also work in black and bianco. Yeah, black and white. Great. So again, here the color is a little bit off. Yeah, a little bit more color in it. Great. Color, yep. Make a black and white version. Yep, black and white works. Yes. Paste. Go down. Paste. And they want to do these photos under the veil themselves, because I did so many of those photos, but they wanted to do it themselves. So they asked me Special request to do photos under the veil. I think that's cute when they ask stuff like that. I don't like these. And now I'm being back. Oh, what I'm doing. Maybe this. It's fine. Look again. It's a rotate photo. So again, I'll shoot straight. I'm an idiot. And every time you gotta remember, every photo I took, I also did the video in between. Yep. Again, I want some color pop out here a little bit more. So see here, you can look here, pop out some color. And I think there's a little bit too much green in the photo because, yeah, it's better. Just so much better. Copy, paste. If you want to pull people a little more into the photo, you could use a radiant filter. So Shift M. There's a radiant filter like this. And you can highlight them, or you can invert it like this, and you can underexpose the outside and change the clarity a little bit. As you can see right here, I change the clarity, and then you get a little more like a thing. Yeah, there. So this is the original photo. This is edited photo. A little bit more pop in the photo. The masking. And it needs a black and white photo because you know this works in black and white. Yep, it works in black and white. What do you say? Yep, also black and white. Also great. It's cute that the guy, that the groom, that he asked for the photos under the veil and not the bride, because normally it's the bride that doing all the requests, but now the groom was the one doing the photo requests, and I think that's cool because not a lot of men will do that. Oh, look at a big fat kiss. Boom chakalaka. Right, this. Yep, this. We see hands here. Who did that? X. Press X and you get a vertical photo. You crop tool, press X and go from vertical to horizontal or back. Yeah, behind the scenes photos. Behind the scenes. Yep. Chat. That was people saying. So where's everyone from? What countries are represented here? I'm just curious where everybody's from. We got all over the world right now. You're not gonna guess if I'm from the Netherlands. You probably didn't hear that. You probably thought this guy is from. I don't know which country he's from. Maybe he's German. Yep. There we go. There we go. Ready. Ready. Last part. When you're shooting in the sunlight, just throw up that temperature of your photo, because it's make it a little bit orange, a little bit June vibes. Because it doesn't like little June vibes. There's a little bit too much June vibes. That's too much June vibes. Why am I choosing so much June vibes? Copy, paste. And they're really out of center, like really. Nah. This is what happens when you hold your camera at the same time as and try to move the veil. It's doesn't work. That's why I asked the makeup artist to hold the veil, because it was horrible to do myself, and their skin is too much orange in their skins. Yeah, so like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it like this. I'm going to do temperature a little bit lower, like this. Yeah, better. Again, There's my hand in front of them. Where's my hand in front of them? Well, delete. So I like this one just because arty. Maybe I can pull them back a little bit with the dehaze. Oh, well, this looks awesome. No, I'm not gonna do that. I was wondering if it works in black and white. That's the thing I was hoping the most, but it doesn't work. So if you're shooting under, you have to be a little bit lucky sometimes that the sun falls in the right way. Still again, dehaze a little bit. Straighten up the photo. With contrast. A little bit. Hue. And I'm curious if it works in black and white. No, I'm gonna need a lot of contrast. Looks blue. Yeah. Oh. Again, here. So now the veil is away. It's way different because the veil was like diffusing the light. Of course, it does that. Again, and I'm gonna copy the setting all over these photos because they are all the same. Paste. Oh, paste, and it will ask me if I want to merge or replace normally. Oh, it doesn't ask me. So I'm guessing we're not Yep. Yep, it's done. Yep. So I've put the preset on all the photos. Yeah, they need to pop out a little bit. Little bit. Yeah, have to find the right moments with the light. So I always take a lot of photos when we're playing out with the veil because it just, you have to time it in the right moment. No. Creative freedom. And sharp. This one, I like this one because she's in it just for the fun of it. Yep, not this one. Although I like this photo, it's, you could try the high contrast. I balance it out. So I like the I don't dislike the photo, but I don't like. I was trying out if it works, but I'm gonna keep it just to think about it. Yep, like this one. Copy, paste. Yep. So after this, when we're done with these photos, we have the toughest job is done because these are the shoot photos and it takes the most time in editing always because you add looks to the photos and the other photos you don't add looks, so it's just only thing the ceremony has a backlit situation we have to fix. So just behind the scenes, I have to do anything about these, just lighten them up. There's a little intermezzo. So, yep, like this. Make them straight. Paste. Straighten up. Paste. 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 So these are just family photos that were not planned, but their kids were happening to walk there, so we just did some family photos stuff. That's cute. Yep, these kind of photos. So we can walk right through them quite fast. Because this is not a shoot anymore. They should be in the folder of friends and family actually. Too much light. Too much light going on. Photo. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one for them because they like it. Straighten up. This. 2. Oh, this was a great photo. Very unsharp. Yeah. I wanted a photo like this, but my camera set to the different setting. But I knew that because we're actually walking away and I was done with the shoot and done with the day actually. Alright, next folder, ceremony. So the ceremony, I don't do a lot of, I don't do any color grading, I just do only contrast and stuff. Because we only need contrast, people. So, let's go. I will mainly just do the light. We can walk through it because this is only 1 on 66 photos. That's grandma. Looking fly. Great, great. Oh, jeez. Yeah, right. Great. So I don't have to do a lot of these photos. Only thing I have to do, I have to make it a little bit brighter. So I'll copy paste because it takes ages to brighten up every photo. If you know that every photo needs to be less bright or a little bit brighter. Paste settings. If I know all the light conditions are the same, I will just paste my settings. Same for every photo. Still have to adapt some stuff on the photo, but makes it just easier. Go through them. So I know these all the same kind of light conditions. So I know that all great. Now they will become darker. See right here. Open it up. Copy settings. Still waiting on the answer, Ronnie. Ronnie said something in chat and I have no idea what he was saying. Maybe he was just trying to express himself, but he couldn't really. He was talking gibberish. Ronnie was talking gibberish, yeah. And a couple. Let's just choose a couple of them. It's also shot video in between them. Oh, hello. Hello, white. We need light. Oh, yes. Great, great. And light it up. Can I just say great control of light here? Yep. So backlit situations. So I have a filter for this. That's the backlight fixed. If I do this, but I think it's already fine. I can see right here, fix the backlight. So the backlight is okay and the front light is okay. Copy this, paste it on this one, and you'll see the difference. Like this. Paste. Only have to do it on those kind of photos where the backlight is more present. Children, people. She's having a story about them. Like this photo needs a crop because had a quite strange angle for this. So if you watch the first part, you're like, you saw that the wedding efficient was kind of weird. Some things. So I spoke with her, thought about the ceremony. So what I'm doing, like a videographer and photographer at the same time. So that's a couple of things I want her to do. She didn't do shit. She made it even worse. And it's typical government people that don't really listen. Because there's a wedding officiant by the government and they always do the, yeah. I think every wedding photographer in the Netherlands doesn't like them because they they always do this thing in their own way, but they never really communicate with you, and they end up making it worse. You know, like you have a lot of, so we have like years, sometimes months or years preparation with a wedding couple, and I tell them, well, this is what we prepared, and they do something else. Well, we were like, hey, we planned something here. Oh, the backlit situation. Oh, this is a backlit, sorry, the backlit photo. Wasn't paying attention, guys. Wasn't paying attention. So the backlit version works. Yep, again. Again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep, it is a little boring because, yeah, when the light is right, the photographer says good night. This is going to be the yes. So when the official part starting, like the yes, normally you get a kiss, but this wedding officiant was like, nah, we're gonna do the rings first. That's why I don't have a shot of them walking with the rings, because I was standing to waiting for a kiss, and then suddenly 2 children popped up with a ring. I'm like, thanks for not doing what we want you to do. And that's a great example of why wedding officiants, especially those from the government, not the ones that are not from the government are great, but the ones from the government are just a pain in the ass to work with. There are some exceptions, but it's always the same type of person, like all the same. Yeah. And she probably thinks, oh, he's just a photographer, do it for a couple of years. No, I have more experience than you. I always stay polite. I just start swearing about her as she's out of my way. Also the kiss. So then she did a kiss, and I was like, dude, let me first go stand there to make a kiss photo. So she asked a couple to kiss while I was just still busy with the ring photos, and the kids had to walk away. So after that, I just asked a couple, okay, do another kiss, because she was like, oh, the photographer isn't ready. No shit, I'm not ready. Just watch what I'm doing. And I heard her saying in the beginning of the ceremony, before the wedding couple arrives, like, I really have to hurry because I have to be at home at this time, and I have to do this and this. And I'm like, you're a wedding officiant. Just wait for the couple. Let them do, let them do what that. Don't push them. Like, yeah, it annoys me. The wedding couple, of course, doesn't know. I mean, they're like, it's probably normal, but it is normal. Yeah, that's my rant about wedding officiants. Yeah, but it's just a. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this one for him, so he has one. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Yay. So after this, you see how fast it's going right now? Going a little rocket. Hello, I'm gonna sign. Right, dudes, let's go sign. Little highlights. So the chat. I want people in the chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was watching. Watching me while I was taking the photo. I was like, you don't have to watch me. Don't just look at the paper. Just sign the paper. Don't look at me. I always tell people on shoots, like, don't look at me. This. Do your thing. Oh, do your thing. Don't look at me. Like. Oh yeah, this photo's upside down. Again, she did that. I said, let's just leave the stuff there. Don't touch it. And she was like, she touched it. I'm gonna choose this one because he's in the way. Again, why are you walking in front of my camera? So she, at this moment, then when the wedding couple walks away, she decided to walk in front of the wedding couple. Why? Don't do that. Just wait there, let them walk. Don't don't just walk, you know, like then they are the first one to walk. I don't know how it is in other countries, but the only place where the person walks in front of them is in like a church where you have like a church ceremony. You'll see the, how do you call it, the pastor or some domine, the pastor, that he walks in front of the couple, which is normal, I guess. So it's fine. Still annoying because he's walking in front of the camera, but yeah. All these photos a little bit like more light. Yeah, like this. Copy. And paste. Settings. So these are friends and family photos. So that means the friends and family is the group photos. So, yep. It's loading. Deselect. Great job. This. I'm going to go through it. I hope we're going to do it very fast because this is like the boring part, like the group photo stuff. Just going through it really fast. And you see how slow Lightroom is compared to Photo Mechanic. If you watch the first part, you'll see Photo Mechanic, how fast it goes through photos, and Lightroom has always a delay on your photos. And yeah, that's because Lightroom works different. They will load the full photos. Yeah, you can create copies that are like easier to edit and stuff, but it isn't the same as Photo Mechanic. Cute photo. Yep. Yeah, keep it bright. Oh, so these are the shoot photos. Like this. Copy the color, copy, and then again, I know all the photos will be the same. Paste. Paste. Yes. Okay. Yep. Go through them. Check out if there's something awkward on the photo, or else I can just go through them. If I don't see anything strange, I'll just go on like this. So this is a little bit darker. Open it up. Oh, these are darker. Again, why are these photos different? So probably I changed my settings here. Paste. Yep. Again, I have to paste everything because apparently everything was at a different setting. This, yep. Again, go through. So if you can, you know that the light condition is the same for every photo. Just copy and paste these settings, because you know, so here, like, open it up, I copy, well, I can copy like this. I have different ways to copy it, and paste on all the photos. I have the same light on all the photos, because I know it's the same light conditioning, so I don't really have to do anything. My drone shot, sun, yeah, crop it a little bit. It's a big crop. Yep. Sun. Yeah, I can really change it. Yeah, it was the only place we could do a drone photo. Like, it wasn't a great place. But yeah, we had to do it. Well, there wasn't the time for a great group photo there. I'm not really happy with that one, but yeah. If the customer wants it, I will do it. Yeah, great photos, great stuff, great for the children. Again, yep, done. Afternoon photos. Delete. Look at her face, like, ooh. She wanted to be in the photo. She was like, really, she was faster there than her own mother. Like, don't do that. Don't be that rude. Don't be rude. Copy. Again, copy all your settings to the photos. So we can end this up. Great. Light conditions. Yep, photos. Congratulations. Everybody's like, oh, like a little bit more light here. Go through them. And now I can really go quite fast because I use my basic settings, so I know what I can expect. Only thing here I have to crop because that person in the background isn't really, it's not really nice to see. Like someone there. You don't want you in photo. Look at them be happy. Yep. Again. Why didn't I see that while shooting photos? Yeah. Oh man, she's on every photo. She is photo bombing. Yep. She's laughing is always a good thing during the photo. Have a natural laugh. Yep. He's cutting the cake, eating the cake. Yep. Yeah, I like this one. Maybe we're gonna put this one in black and white also because it's like a black and white moment. And a little bit of croppy. That's what we need to do, the copy. Same here. Croppy. Yep. These are all photos of the afternoon cake. Oh, what was I doing here? Yep, section. I like this photo. I like this one. Go to the photos again. Afternoon photos. Always I made sure that the photos already have great light balance, light and white balance. So I know that most photos will be fine because I already added the filter. Yep. I don't know what kind of photo this is, but yeah, running kids. Yep. Nothing going on here. A little awkwardness. So, oh yeah, wait, it's like a high contrast. When it's high contrast, I will create a high contrast and oh, take his shirt. Yep, like this. Photo. Yep. Dinner was a very short dinner. Well, only 32 photos. So it's easy peasy. For dinner is the same thing. Only have to straighten up the photos. And what I found annoying with the photos of the dinner is that I closed that door on the right. And like people was putting stuff there, and I asked like, could I maybe take some photos before you guys like open up doors and stuff? But yeah, apparently nobody was listening to me, like always. I'm like, okay, then I will shoot it as it is. So I like this like vibe, you know, like the high contrasty vibe. So that's why I have a high contrast filter. Keep straight. Like this one, highlight. So like this, yep. Oh. Sun. Put the highlights a little bit down. Great stuff. Yep. The same thing I can do here. Open up the. Yep. So it was the dinner. Sorry. It's quite hot outside, so my chair is a little bit uncomfortable right now. Yep, so this one. Because it was a very small wedding party, there weren't a lot of photos to take during the dinner or like the whole day. Still made a lot of photos, but not it wasn't as eventful as some weddings with especially when in the end you have a party and stuff. It's way more eventful, so it was quite relaxed actually, which is great because although I like eventful weddings, sometimes this is great. So yep, and the last folder is the folder with the detail stuff. Oh yeah, that stupid thing there. Yeah, so I'm going to delete this one photo because I don't need the same photo twice. Actually, when you press Q on your keyboard, then you get on the delete part of Lightroom. A lot of keyboard shortcuts for that. So first I'm going to delete everything that's on my photo. I need my bamboo, it's easier. Delete all this stuff here because who wants this? Oh, remove. Yeah. Almost done, guys. And then we get ready for part 2, and that's the video. So we did just like we did live streaming a couple of hours, and we already done with the photos, and that's in live stream. Imagine not live streaming, just go full send. You're done quite quickly just by this workflow. So even though it's long videos, it learns you a lot. A lot. So here is where we need a subject pop. Yeah, like this, and also the background, desaturate background. Yeah, and a little bit more like golden. Yeah, and I know for a fact this photo should be black and white because that's why I shot this photo, but I'll keep the color version. But this is the photo I like. So again here, first I'm gonna remove this little thing here. Remove. When it's gone, it's gone. So you see this photo isn't straight, and you could make it straight with adjustments, but settings, black and white. This paste settings because I've used the setting from the previous photo. Yep, white. Make it straight. Pop. See the difference. I'm gonna do that on all those photos, or else takes too much time. Paste settings. So basically, all the photos get added. Like I choose if I want to have a black and white version of this photo. Like this, and this photo isn't straight. Yes. Like this one. I don't like this one. Yeah, I like this one. Black and white version. Cool. Yep. Black and white version. Oh, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? I can't see my mouse. My mouse is stuck on my iPad. What's going on, guys? This is really annoying because I got an iPad here. And I'm gonna turn off the iPad because I need my mouse back. Ah, there it is. Jesus. My mouse was stuck in my iPad and I couldn't get it back. I'll use my Lumiere look because I know that my Lumiere look really works with these kind of shots. Like they're more like they fill in shots and like the create a vibe kind of shots. Like look at here. So the drone photos. You can have a look. Like this, maybe a little bit of color in it. And I'll copy it, paste. The beautiful wedding venue. Yeah, I'm not going to use these photos because they're the same photos as the owner. So what I do with detail photos, sometimes I use a look on the detail photos also to give them a little bit more like vibe, because yeah, also becomes a little bit boring. Behind the scenes shots, behind the scenes, also like just a vibe. A vibe. Yep. A vibe for the wedding cake. A vibe for these photos. Same here. Just because it's cool. Yep. Grab my drone filter because I still need a couple of drone shots to be filled with this filter. So great when you're done with your photos. You're like, oh, win! I'm done with my photos. Let me check if my iPad works again, because it stopped working in a. Oh, nice. What I want. So I knew that it was underlined. Let's. Yeah. Wow. Want to use a Lumiere look. We want to, yes. Copy. Paste. Go down. Lumiere look. And I use a look on these photos because it just looks better, a little less hard. So Mr. Peacock. These are just photos behind the scenes. Let's do really something with them. Done. And we're done. So the only thing now I have to do is to export everything. Now we'll do that by just pressing this button, or like this folder, like the main folder. I press 2 stars, which means all the photos with 2 stars I want to export. Put it in a folder and I will create that folder. I'll create it on my other screen. Right here, and that folder will contain the photos I think are the best photos of the wedding. I'll put my mic away a little bit. Yeah, so oh, sorry, I already created a folder. Stupid me. I will create a web and a IG folder. I say Instagram and web. Export. Instagram. Choose. And what I'm doing right now is creating the previews for the wedding couple, because they want to have previews. Export, and after this I will export the photos in the size the wedding couple wants, again in the right folders, and we're done. And I'm going to go back to my main screen right now. Buongiorno. And that's the edit of the photos. We only have to export right now, and then we're done. And the next step is, I won't do it today because it's too much, is the video editing. I will the video selection first, and then make a video with the timeline build, and maybe 2-3 videos it will be that we did the whole process of the video editing. Thanks for watching, and I can imagine you have a lot of questions. Feel free to ask me also in the comments, or if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow me, especially if you like hybrid photography video. I do a lot of video challenges because it's like just live feeds, but also make edited videos, you know, like where we do like crazy challenges about hybrid photography. Be sure to check that out. A lot of thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.